Okay, let's try again. Hello dear crypto friends, and welcome to today's video in which we are going to talk about probably the most interesting topic of all. How do we actually earn money with crypto? How do we actually get rich with crypto? I mean, it sounds a bit stupid. Maybe getting rich is not the right sentence. Maybe more like, how do I earn significant amounts of money with crypto? For that, I'm going to present the easiest and probably the only tested strategy that works long term for making money in the crypto market. Because believe me, I have tried everything that you can try, and most of the times I have brutally failed and made many mistakes, and I can now certainly tell you what works and what doesn't work. And I still sometimes continue to make mistakes even after 9 years in the crypto market. Believe it or not, you will never reach a point where you know everything. It's a lifelong learning process. So what is then the strategy that works best to make long-term gains in the crypto market? Friends, this is actually not as hard as you think, but please give up the idea or the hope that this will be fast. It's like the getting rich stuff does not work, right? Getting rich quick doesn't work. It takes patience. So here we have the long-term Bitcoin chart, right? We know it by now. It's in the long-term logarithmic trend channel. So the way to earn money is, of course, we want to enter the market when the price is low. Okay, that is a bit of extreme example, but here, for example, if you would have entered the market here, it would have been nice. But if, of course, you would have entered the market here, it would have taken a quite long time until you would have been in the positive again, right? You would have needed to wait for about, well, 1.5 years. So you want to enter the market, of course, when Bitcoin is undervalued. And when is it undervalued? Well, when it's in the lower half of this long-term trend channel, right? So when it's here, it's undervalued. When it's here, it's undervalued. And when it's here, it's undervalued. And now we also had a time when Bitcoin was actually undervalued. So you want to enter the market when Bitcoin is undervalued, okay? That is the first big important thing. When it is undervalued, not overvalued. You can also go into the weekly chart, right? You can go into the weekly and look at the RSI. And the RSI is actually a pretty good indicator where you are near bottoms, right? When the RSI is at between 40 and 30, you are really at super low levels. You can be pretty sure that you are near market bottoms. That is a time when you should enter the market, and you exit the market when the RSI, the weekly RSI, is starting to go above 70, 75, 80, right? Because every time in those peaks, it did reach values of about 80, 85, and the actual highest it was ever was here at a value of 99 in April 2013. But last time it went to 95. So you can also look at the RSI. So you combine all this, the RSI with the long-term weekly chart, right? And then you say, okay, now for example, the RSI is really low. It went below 40. That didn't happen a lot in Bitcoin's history. And it is in the lower half of this long-term trend channel, actually really in the middle. So that is a good time to buy, right? But how do you buy and what do you buy, right? How do you buy and what do you buy? Well, first of all, you buy small increments. Say you have now $10,000 or euros at your disposal, just an arbitrary number. You don't enter the market now fully at the same time, right? You don't say, oh, cool, I'm pretty sure that this year is the low, like I'm super sure this must be the absolute low. Let's go all in with our 10,000. Let's go all in. No, you don't do that. You say, okay, I am somewhat sure that this could have been the low, but you never know with Bitcoin. Yes, it could have been the low. We said in the last videos the probability is pretty high that this will actually continue to pump, but we cannot exclude that it will go lower. We cannot exclude it. This is ridiculous to say that I'm 100% sure. So it could just bounce now, right? It could just bounce and then still revisit this lower trend line on the logarithmic chart and then suddenly in November it goes to 20,000. It still could happen, right? So you don't want to put everything in that you already had, but you buy in small increments, right? You buy a bit here, and then it's still below the halfway point, and then maybe it dips again, then you buy again. And if something like this happens, you buy again. You buy in small increments. That is called cost averaging, right? You're not going all in with your 10,000 all at once. You buy like, say, $1,000 a week, okay? 1,000 a week, every week for 10 weeks, or even like, okay, 500 per week for 20 weeks. The longer you stretch it out, the better, because then you will get normally a good entry price. For example, here, if you would have done this starting from when Bitcoin went into the lower half, and even if you would have bought here, doesn't matter, because if you take the average of all this stuff, if you would have bought from November 2018 till October 2020, so the whole time when Bitcoin was in the lower half of this channel, if you would have done that, you probably would have an average buy-in price of $7,000 or $8,000, which now, of course, is very nice. So that is how you buy. You cost average. You take a small portion of your entire money and you buy every week for as long as, say, Bitcoin is in the lower half of this long-term logarithmic channel, and for as long as the weekly Bitcoin RSI is at low values, so below the halfway point, right? Say below 50. 50 is the halfway point of the RSI. So if Bitcoin is below 50 in the weekly RSI, there are good times to enter the market. But then what do you buy? Well, diversify. Every time when I did not diversify and became too greedy, bam, I was brutally punished. I was like, boom, punched in the face. Every time when I tried, okay, there was actually one exception where I got super lucky, and actually in the last bull run, I managed to, like, this was my best achievement here. I managed to X 170 my money after taxes, X 340 before taxes. Thank you very much, Germany, for taking half of my money. I hope you have a lot of fun with it now. And I achieved it by having quite a lot of coins. And then in the very end, around here, I went full XRP. I went full XRP, which is kind of crazy. And this is something you should not do, friends. This is something you should not do. Here, I went full XRP. I had a lot of coins all the time here. I went full XRP. I took profit of this insane pump, exited here. This was my best trade, but this was a lot of luck involved, and this was really not something that is representative. This was very high risk. I was full in one coin, which is something that I would advise against. Okay, that was mehr Glück als Verstand. That's how you say it in Germany. More luck than brain, basically. But this was not something that you can count on, because, for example, in this cycle, XRP performed like ass, right? Look at this. XRP didn't even reach its old all-time high. And not only XRP, but Dash, also Neo, Qtum, NEM, all these older coins, many of them didn't reach their old all-time highs. So what is then my advice? That this here is purely luck. It could have also gone badly. It could have also gone quite badly. This was more luck than brains in my case. So in order not to get wrecked and be full in one coin that then afterwards doesn't perform, I would advise the following. So say Bitcoin really is now for a while below here, right? We don't know what will happen. It wobbles around and is for a longer time. Even if it's now in a bear market for a longer time, if it's now in a bear market for 1 or 2 years, below the half of this long-term logarithmic trend line. What you do is you don't want to only have 1 or 2 coins. You buy Bitcoin, you buy Ethereum, and you buy a nice portfolio of solid top 20 altcoins. You go to CoinMarketCap, you scroll through CoinMarketCap, and with a very high probability, the top 20 altcoins are normally not such bad coins. Sure, you can get unlucky with something like Terra Luna, but that is why you diversify. If you have 25 coins and one of them was Terra Luna, you still have 24 coins. Okay, you lost a percentage of your portfolio, like a few percent, but in the grand scheme of things, this will not break your neck, right? This will not be make or break for your crypto portfolio. So you go here, When Bitcoin is in the lower half here of this trend channel, when the RSI in the weekly is below 50, you go here to CoinMarketCap, you buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, you buy Cardano, XRP, Binance Coin, Solana, Dogecoin, Polkadot, and so on and so forth. You can do this with as many coins as you see fit. There are still like Stellar Lumens is a solid coin, Monero is a solid coin, Chainlink is a solid coin, Ethereum Classic, Cosmos, Atom, all solid coins, Algorand. Basically until probably the top 50 even, I would say, you have some solid coins that normally will not implode or just vanish into thin air, okay? So you just diversify over many different coins, and then when Bitcoin has the next bull run, and if it happens now, we don't know. I have the theory that yes, it's probably happening quite soon-ish, in the next 6 to 18 months. But of course, we could still also be in a longer bear market and then get a rally in 2024, right? After the next Bitcoin halving. This could also happen. And then when Bitcoin starts rising, we all know what happens. Let's take a look at the altcoin market cap. This is the total altcoin market cap with Ethereum. So we see that every time when Bitcoin rises, the altcoins also rise. Here in late 2017, we know that Bitcoin spiked and the altcoins consequently also spiked. And then Bitcoin had its high in May 2021 and in November 2021, and the altcoins also spiked. So if we are now in a bear market and then Bitcoin goes up in 2024, we can be very sure that the altcoins will also follow. Now, some will pump more, others will pump less. That is clear. We cannot foresee which coins will pump more or less. Now, Dogecoin is the best example of a coin where you cannot foresee it, because Dogecoin was never really well performing. From 2017-16, it was never a really good performing coin, and then it went ultra berserk. And then XRP, the other example, was always a top performing coin. I'm not joking. XRP was always a top performer. Look at this. In 2017, it went just a relaxed factor of 1133. Factor of 1133. XRP was the top performing high level cap altcoin in the 2017 bull run, and this time it performed like ass. So you don't know, you just cannot foresee how the coins will perform. So you just buy a large portfolio of many different coins, and then when the next bull run comes, and believe me, it will come quite certainly, then you just start unloading your coins. And when do you unload, friends? When do you unload? Well, pretty simple. You go to the total market cap of all altcoins, including Ethereum, and you can also see that the weekly RSI, when it gets to super high overbought values, so we are talking of 85 and above, then you see all these peaks here, right? Pretty simple. And you see, here we have massive spikes, so you just unload a portion every time when the RSI is really high. So when the RSI is above 50, you can start. When it gets above 70, it's getting hot. When it's above 80, it's really hot. And above 90, you want to be already quite out of the market. So that's how you do it. You look at long-term trends, weekly RSI, you look at the total market cap of all altcoins, and you see, okay, now we are at insane low values. So now would be a good time to buy with a portion of the money, enter with a portion, buy solid altcoins, top tier altcoins, wait until Bitcoin is pumping, because it will be pumping at some point. It's only a matter of time. And then when the RSI in the altcoin market has again reached 80 or 90 or 95, something like that, it's running hot, then you see, okay, it is time to unload a nice portion of your altcoins. That's it. That is how you earn money in the Bitcoin market. But for that, friends, you need patience. Time horizon is years and not months. I'm sorry to say this. You will not be able to enter the market and expect like, oh, in 3 or 4 months, I will have 100-folded my money. Maybe that worked in the early days of Bitcoin, but now you should look at a time horizon of 2 or 3 years, sometimes even 4 or 5 years. So if you look on those time horizons, 3, 4, 5 years, you can be pretty sure that you will make quite nice gains in the crypto market if you follow this really simple strategy. And another thing, always keep your coins on hardware wallets. Please Don't leave them on centralized exchanges. They can be hacked, they can steal your money and whatnot. Always use hardware wallets. This is my advice. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so please always do your own research before investing, but this is how I do it, and maybe you find this information helpful. If you did find this information helpful, please like this video and maybe even subscribe to this still small channel. I will make daily updates on the crypto market. I will analyze a lot of different coins. I will make videos like this one, strategy videos. I will make other videos, technical analysis. We will look at the stock market. We will look at the dollar index. We will do everything that you can think of. So then, friends, thanks for watching. Have a nice day and see you in the next video. Bye.